Monrovia is exactly 7 o'clock. Next on the
Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
All right, folks, we'd like to say a pleasant good evening again, and welcome to another edition of LIB Future TV here on Care Radio 95.9. Today is Wednesday, the 25th of March 2026. And of course, we say stay tuned, be there while we're here as we bring you on this beautiful Wednesday evening. Today's edition will be hosted by Joseph. Yes. Okay. Yeah. I think Lisa is asking. Yeah, whether you here. Can we bring him on? Okay, so we are here, and shortly, stay with us. We will join our team, our host for today's edition of the program LIB Future TV. Okay, it's backstage. Yes, just here. Yes. Okay. Okay. So, well, Joseph, let me say, while we get you set up, let me welcome you and say good evening and welcome to Care Radio. Welcome to our studio.
I appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah. So you're on now. We're good to go.
Good evening, Monrovia and its environment. Sean Joseph Coleman as he break down the latest news, shared insight, and sparks meaningful conversations on politics, communities, and social issues affecting Liberia and beyond. Stay tuned as acquaint you with topics that will be presented on the show today, highlighting those topics. All right, since the yellow machine came, are you being rescued? Where are they? JMB asking French to help with Guinea reports confirmed that even though there was a meeting with photos and communique, Liberians is asking help to resolve border disputes. No words on whether this started from mining. Volunteers abuse MCC volunteers teacher strikes. This is not the only volunteer going unpaid at ideas in hospital, at schools, even in legislature. People wax hopes of pay. What Cummings will do is bring 6,000 jobs in technology, tourism, agriculture, housing, import, exports, enforce liberalization policy. Cummings Foundation. It will be the last topic we'll be discussing. Cummings Foundation boosts Liberia schools with labs, scholarships, and infrastructure. The Cummings African Foundation, funded in the name of Arizona Cummings, has expanded its footprint in Liberia education. So we'll take a very short break. When we come back with the news update by Lovetta Davis.
Okay, so folks, wherever you're listening and following from, this is LIB Future TV at this juncture. We now cross over to Lovetta Davis for the local news. Welcome, Lovetta.
Okay, good evening, Jefferson. Good evening to our viewers and listeners in Radio Lim. Let me bring you to this trending news update with me, Lavecta Davis. Liberia's whistleblower bosses drawn fewer than 3 reports in 7 months, expressed sad fear of retaliation and push a funded anonymous app instead. Cummings Foundation boosts Liberia's schools with labs, scholarships, and infrastructure. The Cummings Africa Foundation, funded in the name of Alexander Cummings, has expanded its footprint in Liberian education. It provided a 30-seat computer lab at More Than Me Academy on Ashmore Street, a 15-seat lab at St. Clement University, 2.5 million United States dollars for Nima University's Science and Engineering College, a 350 kVA generator, 67,000 for BWR Vocational School, and scholarships totaling about 120,000 100 awards since 2017, plus 9 recent grants to students at Stella Maris Adventist University, Stars College, and Smart University. French ambassador confirms Boubacar Macron talks on the Liberia-Guinea border dispute as the Senate backs the government's call for restraint. Local government minister designate Yumani denies CDC claims he's fueling the Sulumba border tension and urges investigation. Opinion piece condemns circulation of graphic photos of a woman who died after failed brain surgery, noting Liberia's lone neurosurgeon and weak medical capacity. Former President Weah and CDC officials counsel ex-minister Kimia over his mother's death amid opposition claims of political harassment. Padev and partners review a stewardship payment pilot that rewards forest communities to protect 50,674 in Wije and Jadia. And legislative auditors recommend prosecuting recovering funds from and barring implicated past officials after reviewing 12 GSC audit reports. Those were the latest updates with me, Lavecta Davis.
Many thanks to Lovetta Davis for the news update. It is a regular feature on LIB Future TV here. And so today's edition, like we said, will be hosted by Joseph, our own man here. And so, Joseph, again, it is over to you. You listen, fellow Librarians, to the conversation that we have for tonight. And so we say stay tuned as we round up all of this. Welcome, Joe.
Good evening, folks. We got a serious question to be asked. Since the yellow machines came, are you rescued? Where are they? What happens to agriculture promise to grow our own foods? 40 years of experience in agriculture, but we see nothing. No changes. Arizona government says they do not spend budget on agriculture. 30% should be spent on agriculture. What happened to the 600 housing unit after breaking down homes? So, folks, since the bringing of yellow machines in the country, have there been any changes in the lives of the Liberian people? Have the yellow machine made any significant impact on the Liberian people? The question is big no. The answer to that is big no. So, I don't know. We have people healing. The bringing of yellow machines in the country. And no yellow machines, these people that are healing those, they bring out yellow machine. They don't even know they brought out yellow machine to break out homes. Simple. We got to only use our yellow machine in the country right now. It is the only reason of that yellow machine coming to Liberia. They brought that machine to extract minerals from the country. Those resources that we have, they will use it in the various counties and start the Liberian people. That's what they brought it for, and to break down homes. So, folks, there have not been any significant improvement on since the coming of the yellow machine to the country. There has never been any significant improvement, and which, of course, every well-meaning Liberian knows that. The only thing that the yellow machine have done to the country is to break down people's homes. With all government making any significant, interference with those people affected by, those problems. They have never been affected. They have never been, government have never been, government have never intervened. They have never been able to intervene to be able to solve those problems between the so-called landowners and the Liberian people. Yellow machine coming to Liberia is a waste. We all know why they brought the machines in the country for. They brought it for their own selfish gain. They know what they brought it for, but it's not in the interest of the ordinary people. You still have so many homes sleeping, going to food, going to sleep hungry. So many homes going on hunger strike. And nothing. The bread and butter issue have not been solved. You go and bring yellow machine, claiming that, oh yes, you are making progress. How? I just can't understand how is bringing yellow machine to this country working in the interest of the people. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. So I I just can't understand why we as Liberians should be healing the importations of yellow machine to the country, because yellow machine have changed nothing. It was changed nothing. We have to be serious as Liberians. We have to be very serious. We have to forget the party thing and put our children's future first. You can be in some kind of house and things going wrong there. You can speak out and make the people to know that, oh yeah, SYZ is going on. That everybody in our house died. No, you have to speak out. You can't be silent, Liberian. You can't be silent. Liberia needs you to rise and make those sound judgment. As we all know, the Liberian government have failed, this Union Party regime, they have already failed massively. They can do nothing to impress the people. They can do nothing to impress the people. They have failed massively. Bringing yellow machine can change nothing. All these people you have made homeless, all the people that are sleeping with hunger, yellow machine can change the narrative. We need that change. Yes. Liberia need that change. We can't continue to do it on this. This everyday thing. So now I will go over to Jefferson to have a say on this yellow machine issue.
Yeah, so as you may be aware, development is one of the key things in a society. Every country, you know, needs development. Why it is true that um, we as a nation, we should not be celebrating these things about now, because Liberia, as the oldest African nation, should have been long past this. But the war came and too many things got destroyed. The senseless war that was fought, people thought about destroying, you know, uh, properties and destroying the hydro and other things, and the dam, and bombing roads so it could help the nation. um the issue of the yellow machines, like we've always said on this platform, and that this this is a long overdue uh, machine story. At first we started to see, the importation of those machines or the arrival of the first batch that came through the clandestine deal of mamakability that did not, go through any proper procurement. And so without legislation, without the consent of the lawmakers, and passed behind the door, and then when brought in yellow machines that, the government at the time was so much questioned about, and they the tension was on them so much. And in fact, when it came the parade, we saw the markability, the parade with the machines with President Boakar's photos all on it, which was just a form of charade, to make the Liberian people believe that they brought in machines to do the rules. But if you're doing something, if you want to carry on development, you want to do things, do not do it at the detriment of the people. Don't go and cut a clandestine deal that will only benefit you, and then you come and say, oh yes, Liberia, we need development. This country, who told you that we hate development? We know everybody wants development in this country, but if it is not properly done, if you bring in machines and they're not, they're not coming to the country, then it start to raise eyebrows. And so the machines came, the parader of the machines, and then took pieces of them into the barracks right here, and everybody started, well, I mean, where are the machines now? Because overnight the machines got missing. Nobody saw them leaving. The only thing the government had to say, oh, the machines, they took them back. Where did they pass when they were leaving? You brought the machines in the country, you paraded, and you made Liberians to believe that the machines are here. But when you are taking the machines back, out of shame, they could not tell the public. Is it true whether they took the machines back or somebody took the machines from here and carried them on their farm or so? So all those questions. Now, okay, government said, let's go through the proper procurement process. Vice President went to China, took all those things, the machines came. The first 137 pieces, the king, same thing again, paraded with those machines and what have you. But the bread and butter issues are not tackled yet. People barely live even on the $100 a day, because the living conditions of the people continue to skyrocket. The living conditions of the people, still on the high risk, right? So the government must be serious. Now, they brought the machines in, paraded, and then put counties flags on them. But then the chairperson on that whole coordinating committee said, Brownie Samuka, well, the machines will be taken to a particular location, which they've done, and people will be trained. So they're going to pack the machine for 7 or 8 months or so. They'll be packed, and people will be trained before. So what happened to the other qualified people who are already here, qualified operators of those machines who are here, that you can employ them now? So we're about to get in the rainy season next month. You can tell me that the machines will be packing. So in June or July, they'll put the machines out to go in the southeast, to go in the northern part of Liberia and start doing roads, go Bapolu or in the western region and start doing, when the rain is heavily falling. So if the government must be serious on doing roads, on opening the farm to market roads, they have to be sincere with the Liberian people, tell the people the actual truth, so that yes, the tangibles can be visible. Liberians need farm to market. People are currently look at the situation now. People are about to make farms. They will go and make their pepper farms, their gardens, and what have you. But to bring those goods, and those are perishable goods. If they stay in the bushes, stay on the farms, they can't get them because the rain, the roads will get damaged. They can't bring them, on the market now. They can't get them on the market. The goods perished, and who suffer? The same people will suffer again. So it is just, the government will have to be serious in making sure that they do what they need to do in terms of road connectivity instead of waiting for campaign time before they put them out and say the time to do. Because I'm seeing this, looking at this, like maybe they want to go for 2027, 28, then okay, government starts doing road, and it's going to be a total campaign spree, Joe.
And one thing that you understand is that Liberian minds are open nowadays, right? You cannot play on a people's mind with yellow machine. Yes, you cannot play on the people's minds with yellow machine. The people know your strategy before you even start. Before you even plan it, they know it. So Liberians are just watching and waiting for 2029 to speak. Trust me, Jefferson. They are on the standby. They call me, how many protesters you see around? With all what the government is doing to the ordinary people. People are mute, right? But the people know when the screen will come. Come 2029, they will show their screen. And I gotta you put in yellow machine or later this year, June, July, and you know that you cannot carry on excavation during the rainy season. You cannot use any heavy duty machines on those muddy roads. It will not work.
Okay, certainly it will not work. Let's go. We have this video shortly to play. Let's take this break and play this video shortly. Let's play this video shortly, fellow Liberians. This is LIB Future TV here. Let's play this video for you, and so that you can see some of the, and see some of the things we
Welcome to Have Your Say platform. What is your name?
My name is Joshua.
Joshua. So how long have you lived here for?
I've been here for 10 years.
For 10 years. Are you one of those affected?
Yes.
All right. So were you informed that your home was going to be demolished?
No.
You were informed?
Yes. On Saturday, I was sleeping on the thing in the morning. I saw the sheriff. I was to start knocking the door, so she could also have 5 hours to keep all the things from in the room.
Were you able to take out all of your belongings?
No, because the machine was already here.
The machine was already on ground.
Yes. They were already passing the first area is no way for us to take some of our things. They want you here or to get on that one you can take.
So how has life been since the demolition exercise?
It's been very tough because I just stay in there. And I don't have nobody else to help me.
Before the demolition exercise, you just pay your rent.
Yes.
All right. So right now you don't have anywhere to stay.
No, I don't have anywhere to stay right now.
So what do you want authority or well-meaning Liberians at this critical of your life?
To just help me because right now the condition I'm in, it's not easy.
Which condition are you in?
I'm pregnant.
Oh, you're pregnant. How many months?
6 months.
6 months. Okay, so you're calling on well-meaning Liberians or political actors to come to your aid. Right. So what is your name again?
My name is Joshua.
Joshua. Thank you so much for speaking to our camera this afternoon.
Okay, so you see, this video that was just played, fellow Liberians, speaks to the current realities of people being affected under the rescue government, carrying on demolition at various homes when people who supported this administration, even if they did not support, the administration, however, they are Liberians leaving Somali homeless. Look, the best thing you can have as a person is to have a shelter. Once you have place to lay your head, it's the most important thing. But imagine you coming on your hustle the entire day, and then At the end of the day, by the time 5 o'clock is approaching, you're now thinking where you're going to rest. So it is very bad, and people continue to say these things, continue to cry, they continue to raise these alarms, but it seems that the government is not paying attention to these things. They only care about devaluation, making people homeless, and it is not a good sign for a government that came to in the name of rescuing the people, Joe.
Oh, sure. But Jefferson, it is very sad as a nation to see your citizens being homeless under your under that watchful eye of your government. There is no responsible government can allow its citizens to go homeless. They will negotiate no matter who that landowner is. The first thing, these people were never taken to court. And you understand? They were never taken to court. They were never apprised of the situation. You listen to the lady, they just wake up want some money. They see yellow machine. Because they have that power in the justice systems that they go, they manipulate the system, try to backdate those deeds and come and claim those properties. Apparently, the previous owner were, have passed, and they don't have any legitimate, backing. So these people use that weakness and ride on the people. And you as a government, finding your citizens in such a situation, bro, can't intervene in as much. It might be the right thing, but you should think as a wise man and say, no, we got to negotiate. Even though the people is occupying the land illegally, but can we, appeal on their behalf to rebuy? Because the people are already, develop the land. So I beg you, in the name of the government, let the people rebuy. Now, or responsible government behave. Government is in the interest of the people. So Jefferson, I really don't know where we really heading in this country. We need that change, that miracle that will revive the people of this country, because we are drowning. We don't have backing. I'm telling you seriously. Okay, Jefferson. I think we will move on to the next topic.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So before we move on, it's just to let the Liberian people know that in decision making at times you have to be wise. Yeah, especially during electioneering periods, you have to be wise how you make your decisions, because you're making decisions in Liberia. Will go to elections. Sometimes it just goes maybe one round, or we'll go second round, but we go to the polls 2 times, and then just in a day, and after that, well, we have 6 years to live with the decision that we all made during that time. So it is another election that is coming, 2029. It is left of the Liberian people that, well, we enjoy what we're seeing now, or we're not enjoying what we're seeing. Yeah, because as the saying goes, if the Christmas will be good, from the eve.
Oh,
President Bouaka is in his third year. With all of the things happening, well, Liberians, if they believe that the government is treading on a right trajectory, well, it is with the Liberians to decide in 2029. But in all fairness, the government will have to address these issues, these tangibles, uh, issues that affect Liberians on a daily basis. The government will have to address them rather than being on the defensive all the time. Whenever an opposition says something and the government comes to defend, and in defending, they throw all sort of insults and say use all sort of jargons as if to say they're the only educated people in society. It is not it. It is about what you can do for the people. That's all. Because you're working for the people, they employ you. The money, the salaries you're taking home, it is the taxpayers' money, the Liberian people's money that you're being paid to do the job. So if you're not doing the people's job and they start to criticize you, critique you, and you get angry and you say all sort of things, then well, all they have to do is wait and until the time comes. So that's it, fellow Liberians. Yeah, Joe.
yeah. JMB is asking the French to help with Guinea. Report confirmed that even though there was a meeting with photo and a communique, Liberia is asking for help to resolve the border disputes. No war or whether this started from money. So Jefferson, now TLB asking the French people to help with the Guinea, and Liberia border dispute. But the report here claiming that they had an company money on the Guinea and Liberian river, the river that is separating Guinea and Liberia. Money illegally, I would say illegally, because Guinea is not aware of that identical company, company or working on that identical water. They are not aware of that identical company. They were only aware of a guy who was money seen before on that during the previous regime. He was money seen. He made it very clear to the people. But then after the rescue government took the contract from them man and gave it to that, I don't know,
BK Enterprise.
Yeah, BK Enterprise. Abonnents start doing serious money on a river. And you know the river is between the both countries. So you don't know which side the mineral is coming from. And you understand? So God, the erosion come from both sides when you are money. God, the more you dig, you have erosion taking place from the both end of the river. So that issue of money cause this identical border dispute. Now Guinea is saying that they will protect that area. They don't want to claim Liberian territory, but they will protect that area until that the agreement that Bouaka refused to reveal to the Liberian people. They will protect that area until the mineral that was escorted from their land can be replaced, it can be reformed either by cash or raw material. You get me, Jefferson? So the people crossing our side, They know exactly what they're doing. So now TLB had a meeting in Guinea, they came back. The woman never had nothing to tell the Liberian people. He just gave someone a short cheek. when the president, yeah, he gave someone a short cheek. In all of that way. Yes. So looking at this, I don't think Liberia is certain under this regime. They are certain that that high level of diplomacy between two nations. No. Now they want to carry they try to I get it, apply diplomacy. No. A lot of people don't even listen on a diplomacy level. They think it's time for me to replace it before we can retrieve our men. And Jefferson, until that community can reform the people mineral that is started from Nana, you still see the mineral across that border. And they are serious about it. Yes. But now they're scratching their head because they ain't no more than nothing. Home war for or diamond or gold. They are started for that people. So they're confused.
Okay. Yes. Well, I guess we've exhausted the conversation on the yellow machine and other things. But let's move on to, other conversation as well. Agriculture. Let's talk agriculture, which is the first letter in the arrest agenda under, the administration. A. The A in the arrest agenda is for agriculture.
Yeah.
So let's move on to agriculture a bit, and let's talk about how is the government tackling agriculture, owing to the fact that President Bouakai was a former minister of agriculture in this country, and he while in office as vice president, he had his farm. And so, how has it improved agriculture, and how has the budget benefited agriculture in this country? Yeah, Joe.
First of all, Jefferson, I want to ask you a question. If what are the past 3 years of this administration? Yes, it's going 3 years of the administration. Have you seen any kind of country rest on the market? Liberal production on this market by government? No. There is nothing that the government have produced or even given local farmers to produce. They spoke of agriculture, but it's just like a charade. You understand? We create our own food, we try to, all of that. But I tell you, how many people got cassava farm in the country? And in the rural area, now a lot of people are not making farm. They are chasing minerals. Because the reason why these people stop farming, bad road condition, you make your farm, you harvest your crop, but then before taking it the time, the road is bad, you spend weeks on the road, and then before your goods come to town, it have already decayed. You lost. So the people just think back to agriculture in the rural area. You go somewhere, that gold the people chasing. Kema, that gold, diamond, they chasing. Babolu, that gold and diamond, they chasing. Nobody can do me. The first thing before you even speak about agriculture, you got to make those areas accessible for the people. You are not just jump say, oh, we invest in agriculture and this and that. The first thing you have, these people have to have a paved road that would lead to the farm that they from the towns and villages to the city without facing any constraint. But you don't have anything like that. So there is no way you can really confuse the people in a rural area to say, oh yes, we will go back to the soil. No, no soil they can go back to is to dig coal and dam and make them fast money. So this government are fool. They feel the Liberian people. They are fool the Liberian people on the issue of agriculture because the president was so-called agriculture minister for I don't know how many years. He served in the agriculture sector, but he got fun. If he get fun now, maybe not now, but he never owned a farm. Every 12 years, he served as my president. Oh, you went, you ever pay visit all over? But
the thing is, Joe, in a country like Liberia, where most of the budget, a huge portion of the budget goes to other institutions, other demands, when agriculture is a key component of a nation, is a bedrock of a nation, because a nation that is full, sufficient, does not have to rely on the importation of rice from China, from maybe the Middle East, or from India, right, from America. But if the budget, let's look at the $1.2 billion budget. The budget came in. How much was even allocated to agriculture? How much did they allocate to NSA? Just on security, national security, is spent 22 million. You look at, yes, then agriculture, that, how will people even be encouraged to go back to the farm, go back to the soil and do agriculture and focus their attention on producing rice, which is our staple? How? Yeah. You look at the Liberian market now, almost every Liberian, you don't see the Liberian rice on the market. Back then, I remember, and our rice is very sweet.
Yeah.
When you eat the Liberian rice, the country rice.
The country rice.
Yes, yeah. It has so much nutrients in it, and it nourishes the body. But then we take the money, the budget, we divert the budget into unnecessary things, give the lawmakers fat salaries, officials of government, we buy them cars, when the Ministry of Agriculture takes just a minute portion of the budget. So how are we now? How is President Boakai, prioritizing agriculture? Every time you say people should go to the farm and what have you, nobody will go to the farm because they don't have the equipment, they don't even have the materials, they don't have the seeds. Somebody goes to buy, imagine you want to make a farm, then you go buy the country rice, the seeds, you pay huge sum of money for it, when government just supposed to create the avenue. Okay, give the people the rice, give them the equipment, give them the seeds so that they can go and plant. But now government, under President Boakai, 3 years now, we should be talking about a national farm.
Oh yes.
A government farm. I remember back then, former President Taylor had a farm in Bon County.
Oh yes.
Yes. So, but now we should have a farm. It is not just about President Boakai having his personal farm. No. We should talk about government. The farm where the Ministry of Agriculture go Central Liberia. Okay, we go Central Liberia, Bon County. Okay, we have the vast majority of land in this country.
Yeah.
Western lands in this country that, instead of coming in the city to be fighting for land, why we can't go in the interiors, in the rural parts, go Bapolu, or you go to in the western, in the southeast. There are lands there. Go and make farm. Rich soil. Our country is rich. The soil is a very rich and fertile soil. You go and you make the farm. That people go and work. It's another way of, creating jobs for the people to work, instead of you waiting, because all the people, you're not giving everybody jobs, and no companies coming. Yeah. NGOs are not here. So if these things are not being done and the people are still struggling, on a serious note, it's going to tint a very bad image on a responsible government. And so I've gone through, too many things. I had a privilege to attend a forum. Yes, I think a forum that the Ministry of Agriculture had when the farmers, they invited the farmers and they came there, and these are the very things that the people talked about, that they are not equipped. Government is not prioritizing them. Imagine if the government had a farm here, or you say, okay, my man, let's see, somebody is producing cassava and what have you. But how would they harvest the cassava? You go and just make the farm. There's no buyer. Nobody wants to buy. And you make a farm. Nobody wants to do anything. So if somebody, you say, okay, y'all will eat our farm, our rice. Somebody go and they made their farm and you harvest the rice. You produce the rice and bring them onto the market. I mean, do you know how many person once you eat, and the thing about the country rice, once you eat it 1-2 times, you get used to it.
Yeah.
You get used to it, and people start eating the rice. They start seeing the rice on the market. The rice price, I mean, you drop the price of the Liberian rice on the market. Nobody want to go for these rice that have so many starches and things in them. Nobody want to go for them. But if these things are not done, you take the budget, you divert it into different things, forget about agriculture. So what is the A now doing in the arrest agenda as the first letter? Why is the A there? Where is agriculture under President Bouaka, who served as a minister of agriculture one time? In Liberia, with all the experiences, he has his farm. How is his farm benefiting the Liberian people? How many times has President Bouaka have we seen? Maybe the executive mansion, okay, they took journalists on the farm. This is the farm President Bouaka has. Okay, he's right. This is what we're doing, and what have you. But I mean, these are all of the things that the Liberian people will continue to ask. Another I hear about the National Housing Authority talking about building 600 housing units.
Where?
Now, this is the in the county, so but this is the third year now. I need a single county. Somebody from one county to say, oh yes, the government broke grounds yesterday here. They're about to start the housing units. I mean, you can lie to the Liberian people. There are some things you don't need to say at all.
Yes.
As a responsible government, you don't need to say. Let your work will speak for you. The tangibles, the things you will do, they will speak for you. Rather than coming up to give the people false hope, and at the end of the day, they can't see anything, and the questions will now be asked about what is the government doing to help the people when you're making people homeless and you're demolishing properties and you promise to build 600 housing units. Till now, you can't see anything in Monserrato, in Nimba, Bong, Lofa, Bomi, and all Grand Bassa counties. No ground has been broken. What is the government doing? Are they waiting for 2027, 2028 to go and break grounds? This is alarming, Joe.
Yes. Jefferson, I can reflect that motivation. One motivational speaker once says that if you spend 2 hours talking about what you have done nothing. Let what you have done speak for you. And you know what I'm saying? So this, when it comes to the 600 housing unit, now complete charade. Because if they have, making progress on, building those homes and things, you say the government come out and say all the people homes and things they're breaking around. All right, now we're saying out to as well as he plays, we get 600 or 60,000, 60 housing units there. Y'all can occupy that place. Or you're going on the other side, we have 150 housing units. Y'all can occupy that place. But they are not basing one kitchen. Papa. The corner man was a Papa. They pay. Hey, you know, so that complete show where the people, they clone the Liberian people to come to power, and then they are giving back to the Liberian people what they deserve, because they should have known better.
Well, that is Liberia. But again, we have another video. Fellow Liberians, those of you watching, this is LIB Future TV. Let's play this video for you who are watching, so that you can see some of the things we're talking about here on 95.9. Let's play this video for you shortly, and so that let's take this break and play this video shortly, so that you can see some of the things we're talking here on the radio. It is LIB Future TV. It comes on every weekday 7 to 9 p.m. and on Friday 11 to 1 a.m. 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. So let's go for this.
Complaint from the Moreover Consolidated School System on series of issues. Some of the employees were being taken pay at the time, and then many other issues that were taken to the Senate. So my name is Varma Bobby Gray. I'm the Chief of Staff in the Office of Senator McGill, who happened to be the Chairman of Education and Public Administration. Okay. Through that, the Senator decided to make an immediate intervention, and the issue was taken straight to the plenary of the Liberian Senate. And the Senate mandated that there should be a fresh re-verification. But this process takes time. It doesn't happen overnight. You see me, I've left my office. The Senator have asked me to work with the team, because per the mandate, we are on the team to work with the team to make sure that our brothers who have been volunteering for time, make sure that at least this time around they can get on payroll. And that's what we're working on. We've gone 95% already. But you know, verification, that's when you just jump today and just jump into the classroom. We've gone 95%. We got 5 more percent, maybe less than 5%, to commence the process. So the superintendent will give you other information, but I just wanted to let you know that no one is trying to stop you from getting on payroll, because we know you got family, you got your children, you got your kids, and you need to take care of them. And that is the reason why we're here. Some of us are here. So I want you to know, if anyone told you today, or if anyone says something to you that people are trying to block you from getting the payroll, that's a blatant lie. No human being in a right mind will want their fellow human being to struggle. Thank you. I've been in the classroom. I worked at the MCSF for many years. I excelled. I went all the way as Secretary General of the Teacher Association. So I understand the system. And I understand the difficulties. I was volunteer also for over 5 years before getting on the payroll. So I understand the problem. But the way we handle it is what matters. So I'm hoping after this, we can all go back into the classroom. The verification team will soon be there. I can give you in the next 4 or 5 days, the verification team will be in the classroom, so that your verification can happen. Even if the verification team goes today, everyone will not be verified today, because it's scheduled. List of verification team 1 will go to, and oh, please pay attention. We can only listen to the reason. So let's assume, even if the verification starts today, all of the schools cannot be verified automatically, because the Senate said a fresh re-verification. This process is intended to promote integrity. For too long, we have had people in the MCI system every year volunteer. We want to get rid of volunteer once for all. And to do that, we got to do it strategically. We're going to rush to do this. Yesterday there was verification. The next day there were teachers on the street again saying they were volunteer teachers. After this verification, there will be no volunteer teacher in the because those who are being in the classroom volunteering for the times stipulated will be verified, and by the grace of God they will be on the payroll. So I want us to listen to our superintendent. She will speak. This is a message directly from the Senate. We got over 19 senators that continue to support this process of MCSS. Nobody wants you to be on the payroll. People want you to be on the payroll. We want to get rid of volunteer teachers. So please listen to your superintendent, and we can offer an amicable solution to this problem. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. The first basic I want to establish is when Dr. Stevens came in here as the acting superintendent, I came in with a mess of 604 volunteers. 604 people on the list for volunteer. The previous superintendent had allocated for volunteers. Out of the 604, the civil service went and re-verified the list to make sure who were qualified. When they did that, they sent a report to us of 459 volunteers, right? Okay, that were verified. We went to the Minister of Finance and we advocated on the volunteers' behalf. Maybe your leaders not telling you the truth. They're not. So we're going to state the truth today. Because your leader, 1 second, because your leader was just here Friday. And I told your leader, Mr. Brown, I said, tell the volunteers I'm not anti-volunteer. I told him to tell you. No, I'm Dr. Stevens. I told him to tell them we are not anti-volunteers. We came and this is who we met. And we're trying to rectify the situation. That's what, yeah, Mr. Brugué was here. It was very clear. Out of the 459, the Minister of Finance, that man went and allocated money. He called me and said, Dr. Stevens, we can bring on 208 volunteers for MCSs. We went ahead and we processed the 208 volunteers. And those people are in the system now. We're waiting until after this re-verification, everybody will get the employment letter. Those who qualify. No, I'm only making a statement. I'm not taking questions. Oh, why?
Yeah, so we will go to the line shortly, but Jules, let's have a discussion on this. You know, I listened to the MCSS superintendent very well. You see, it is very easy to get people, but to lie to them, it can be difficult.
Very difficult.
Let me tell you, let me give you, a reality story. Some months back, I was, on a trip with Representative Yeke Koluba. We went to Western Liberia. We were in Bapolu. Specifically, we went to Fasama, Bele Fasama. We're going to Bele Yaraba because of the road, so we had to stop to Bele Fasama. And I spoke with few citizens in the town there. The representative of that district is Luther Collins. He is a man. He's the husband of former Public Works Minister, Madam Ruth Coker Collins. They have this construction company called Tabita Construction Company. Imagine an engineer has all the machines, but the roads over there in the people, in his own district in Fasama, very bad. Now, this is what the people over there told me. I spoke with one of the teachers. In fact, he was teaching the senior high division. He was in Montserrat here, and they took him to Bapolu to go and volunteer. But imagine last year when there, he had already spent 2 years there. So he had already spent in fact, that was his 2 years, his second year there. Last year, he was his second year. Now, all along the bay over there in Bapolu, the people of Fasama town there have been the one collecting money. In fact, the town chief and elders of the town spoke to me. They have been the one collecting every month. They will make sure they tax every house over there to collect either a cup or 2 cups of rice, put it together for that teacher. So imagine there are how many teachers over there volunteering, they were volunteer teachers. And these were the same parents, the town people were the same people paying these teachers. You know why they were doing it? Because their children, they're there in school. They can't come to Monrovia to go to school. They can't come to Bopolu to school. So that is the only place they have to go to school. So they were the ones taking care of the teachers, providing housing units and all for the people, shelter for the teachers over there. I listened to the superintendent, Madam Stevens.
Yeah.
You know, it is very shameful, very disgraceful to talk to. Now you listen to our closing that the people said they wanted to ask. He said, "I'm not taking questions. I'm only making statements."
I'm making statements.
You spoke to volunteer teachers. Mind you, she's taking pay.
Oh yes.
She takes her salary on a normal, regular basis. Every one of them were their MCSS. Now, volunteer teachers, do you know how many times they protested for their pay? They're just working. How can you, people who are impacting knowledge, you take bulk of the budget and send it to legislators. You buy 2 cars for them in 6 years. 45,000 each. When teachers are volunteering, their services, providing knowledge, giving their time, then you tell them that I'm not taking questions. Y'all go to the Ministry of Finance. I'm not anti-volunteer teachers. For what reason? If you're not how many times with this, people complain? You go to schools, you see teachers are not in classes. It is not that they don't want to go to classes and provide the lessons for the students, but because they're not getting paid under this government. And nothing seems to be bothering them. The Minister of Education, Dr. Jaso Jala, will take her regular salary at the end of the month.
Yeah.
She takes her Liberian dollar, US dollar salary. The deputy minister, every one of them, they take their salaries. The MCSS, the superintendent takes her salary on a regular basis. And then she has, come to think of it, do you think if she had a relative that was amongst those people, you think she's going to allow even that person there? She said, don't be among them, don't go there. In fact, I don't want to take care of you. She would definitely take it from her pocket and pay. She would do what you can do for these people. How? Do you want the people to be strangulated before you know that? They need money. This is not something that they're begging you for. They work for it. They're volunteering their services. When will you prioritize education in this nation? If all of the volunteer teachers decide to lay down their chalks, that they will not go to the classroom for a month, for 2-3 months, you know what will happen to the system, to education in this country? It will cripple the entire system. That's why I see when the students go for WAGs and you get massive failure because they're not getting the license. You go to the MCSS, they don't even care about supervising. They don't even care about inspecting various schools. They go there. They don't care. They don't care. You go visit these MCSS schools. The students in the rural parts, they sit on bricks, dead bricks. Some of them sit on the bare floors. You see the classrooms, no roof. But these people, they want to go to school. But we have them in the city here, riding their luxurious vehicles, enjoying the comfort, the AC. They don't care about the volunteer teachers. Joe, what's your take?
Okay, Jeff, this is what happens when you have a bunch of corrupt people in a system. That man Steven, you for explanation, you can see the guilt in your face. You can see that she actually guilty. So she didn't even want to encourage any question for anybody. Because any one of the questions they were going to answer, she didn't want to answer it.
But she could not.
Yeah.
And that was it was just a sign to the volunteer teachers that you people are nothing. I'm not taking any question from you. You're moving in front of me. That was it.
And you see, Jefferson, this is why our education system is corrupt. Our children is not, they are not learning nothing. Because I'm telling you, you can have a teacher in a school and he's not being paid well. You so you got instructor in a school, you pay that man 8,000, 6,000. What do you think you will do to the students? You will fill them and start money for them. And at the end of the day, the children will just feel reload them because you will not get tests for them to pass. Then the system become corrupt.
Of course.
The children go home with nothing in their head. I got me here my head to study. At the end of the day, that man will say, you 50. But if that man is well paid, he knows that if he is caught in the act of bribery, he will be fired and he will lose that take salary. If there will be corruption, it will be hidden.
But the thing is, even the other teachers that they claim to, because some of the petitions, one of the petitions was those they claim that they put on payroll, right? Give the people employment letter. Why you didn't give them employment letter saying you put them on payroll? What's stopping you from giving them employment letter?
And yeah, the people are not getting the employment letter.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So definitely, no people thinking.
Oh yes, they are. But I mean, just put you on anytime they can get rid of you.
Yes, they will get rid of you at any point they want. That woman, that particular Mrs. Stevie, she is corrupt. My gay representative to that MCS program, he did well for her because it wasn't for that there. Now, and then I got cry as she was going to take PT. Because the people are angry. You can continue to abuse the people labor. These people are working, they're making the sacrifice. How much is the money so much? Already the people have been underpaid. They have been underpaid. So in the little money that when you come to them, you can't give it. No. The IEs are the injured. So these people are frustrated. And I really don't know. But you know what Alexander Cummings said he will do? Create 6,000 jobs.
600,000?
Yeah, 600,000 jobs.
Yeah, in technology,
In
tourism,
technology,
housing,
tourism,
import, all those.
I mean,
yeah. Enforce. No, what is stopping this government from enforcing the Liberian acquisition policy? What?
Chavasi will come to that. And Chavasi, it is a visionary, leader who thinks about jobs creation. To be honest with you, bro, is a visionary leader who thinks about job creation. Because creating 600,000 jobs is a massive boost for the country economy. In a sense, you do the math. You got 600,000 workers in the country. And they are being paid nothing less than 400, right? And the gross salary is 400. Then, maybe the take home, maybe 350 or so. And you reduce it, to the minimum now. But then, get $50 going in taxes. You're going to Social Security tax, income taxes. So, to the math, with $50 times 600,000 person on a monthly basis. You know how many million dollars coming to the government? To employment, there's a lot of money coming. People say if the employment rate even raise up to $1 million, that's a lot of money. You see America today, they want to joke with the taxes. Job creation. I mean, the people want more people to work. And the more people work, the more taxes they get. And they raise more funds for government. But that's what I'm saying. It is a wise leader who think in a direction. To be frank, there is no leader I have ever, Liberian leader, that I ever heard speaking about job creation. Then you come to the liberalization policy. The liberalization policy is the one that hammering Liberians in the country. Jobs that belongs to Liberians are not given to Liberians. A company will come to Liberia, they'll bring experts. And all people that they bring in, all the jobs they're giving other people, that job that Liberian can do. And according to the TWA, which is the Decent Work Act, chapter 45 of the Decent Work Act, yeah, said the only way you can give that foreigner that job, except there is no qualifier. You know, Liberians for that identical job at that, and you not just you got to publish it in 3 different local newspaper, radio station, that you see no qualified Liberian before you can get in a person like taking our identical position. You get there for ceremony, maybe one year.
You go to the LDEA.
Yeah, to train people
are there.
Yeah,
volunteering. They can't get anything.
They can't get nothing.
In the hospitals, the various hospitals, go redemption. Go to the government hospitals. Nurses are there just working and they can't get paid. Go in Lofa. Go Fonjaman. They tell them, yo, nurses are just working, they can't get paid. How can people volunteer their services and at the end of the month, they can't get anything? Stamping, transportation, everything they do, it comes from their own sweat. They're not getting anything from the government. 3 years now, this is not a good thing.
No.
It is actually bad. You cannot use people and you treat them in this form and manner. Look, you don't play with nurses. Other countries, no. Teachers,
this is the reason
security, the nurses. You don't play with them in other countries.
There's a reason people die in our hospitals. They're not taking pay, so they're not taking a job zero. You go to one clinic or hospital, you see them on a phone while somebody is struggling with breath. I mean, they don't care. Because anything you know, money, you don't joke with money. Bro, if you in a company that is paying it or worker well, those workers cannot play with the job. You will see them always in line doing the right thing. Because you know, if you play with a job, you'll be fired. And you will lose higher less salary. Especially when they come in on time. But these people have been underpaid and the salary can come on time.
This is Liberia?
Liberia. So, on the issue around liberalization policy, the reason why we find it difficult to work is because the labor sector is not doing well. That labor ministry is not doing well at all on that. I don't know whether you are aware that the work permit for foreigner are going up to $3,000 United States dollars.
Oh yeah.
So it's a serious business with Liberian people job. The people are selling Liberian jobs to foreigner on a daily basis. As a matter, you see that, and so many people, the people bring the foreigners in. We're all getting work permit. They will be working, and the law says no foreigner should work or start working without an approved work permit by the Ministry of Labor. So, and they don't care because the people feel, they feel that they got the money, they got the system in the pocket. Because number one, our labor inspector, when they go to the federal companies, they don't even communicate with the local workers. They go straight to the head, and you meet the head. Where you want, I man, okay. Man, the man can't papa, you come in the minute of your straight, the papa, you fool, they go. Oh, gentlemen, we'll see what to do. They come, they really taking a son. And you leave your Liberian brother there, being marginal last. Then you expect, he say, oh, the foreigner doing it. Yo, is that when the horse is here, you're screwing up by our people are already so hard to the people, so what do you expect? They will treat you in a kind. Let me tell you, if you move, if you got a home, and somebody visit your home, they want to see you treat your children. The way they see you treat your children. Now I see path. If you take time with your children, you know how to talk to them. You don't use abusive languages on them and all of that. They will not cross that path. No. They will treat their children exactly the way you treat them. But if you someone that don't get father who just leave your children anyhow, you do anything you like, anybody do anything, that person I can't visit, you expect them to cherish your children or pay for them, you be making serious mistake. So our government have not been treating its citizens well. And what do you expect from those foreign investors? Come to think of this. You won't believe that a company will come to Liberia, right? And they come with fixed plan. Like, oh, the least amount of money I will, we will, pay worker in Liberia will be like 500. By the time they submit their payroll, let's go, Ministry of Labor. So, how you plan on paying the people in the country? So, they put out the people. The people that say, that money printed. How money you want to get the people? It printed. You pay that people, they will not going to work. I'm a living witness. And I'm talking because, I try to preach people kind of no. That Chebeni Freeway, the Chebeni Freeway project, I work on that project. I know how we were marginalized on that project. I'm speaking with experience. How it works in the country. Jefferson?
Well, this is Liberia under the rescue government under President Joseph Boakai. Again, like we've said, if the any government that is in the interest of people, that government will always, do what the people want. That's what the people want. You have to do it. All right. So yes, shortly we'll go to the lines. We've had a lengthy conversation. If you're out there, you're listening. This is the program LIB Future TV here on 95.9 Kia Radio. Today is Wednesday. And of course, we're here to be a part of it. You can call 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0881 871 670 0881 871 670 plus 231 777 959 959. This person on the line, good evening, welcome. Please walk away from your monitor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Yes, your name and where you call from.
I'm David. I'm from Africa.
Welcome. Welcome.
Please tell it my son to do the yellow machine. But yellow machine I put green in country it's for Liberia. You know for the government, you don't choose the family. We should be happy. We'll not be ready. Yellow machine for different country for different savings going taking you. You know why you taking a bonnet to different country there before going for workshop. The educating the drivers doing the work on the workshop. And the example will never be present like bro.
All right. Thank you. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 LIB Future TV here on Kia Radio 95.9. You listen to all of the conversations we had. We began with the arrival of the yellow machines. We talk about agriculture as well. How is the government tackling agriculture in Liberia? 3 years now in office. Has there been any improvement? The A in a rest agenda is for agriculture. How is President Boakai, treating agriculture? What has he done so far? The Unity Party government. We also talk about the 600 housing units that was promised by this government, the National Housing Authority, in all of the counties that they outlined or they named. Till now, grounds, not a single ground has been broken in any of those counties, for those 600 housing units. Even though government is here in the city and people are being made homeless, but how is the government, what is the government doing in making sure that these problems are solved as well? We talk about job creation, the Liberianization policy. Any of these, you can make your way through. You can comment on any of them. 0777 959 959 0777 959 959 0881 871 plus 231 777 959 959. All right, so we're still here. You can call us and make your point on any of the conversation. We're also live on Facebook, KCN TV, and on YouTube, Kia Communications Network. Follow us, leave your comments. We will also read them out and acknowledge you as well on the show tonight. So we await your calls as we continue with our conversation here on LIB Future TV, this Wednesday's edition. Joe? Yeah, as we await calls.
What Jefferson, I just want to make.
Yeah, but let me just take this short break, Joe. Yeah. And fellow Liberians, let's take this very short break and bring you this video. Let's play this video. Those of you watching, you're listening also, where you only have the opportunity to listen to the audio, while the video will be for those who are following online. So let's go for this break and bring you this video as well. Okay. Okay. Yes, let's get it loaded quickly. Okay, let's get it loaded. Let's get it loaded. It seems it is loading. But yes, Joe, while we are waiting it to come on, let's chip in. Let's continue with the conversation here. Let's continue with the conversation here. Look, I was talking about nurses in hospital, right? In the various clinics and what have you. And it is very important, Joe, for the government to prioritize these people. It is important for the health sector to be improved.
Yes.
You go, like again in Bapolo, in the same Fasama, the lady, explained to me that a pregnant woman, if you want to give birth, you have to leave Fasama 3 months ahead of time and come to Bopolu or Monrovia. If not, if you just stay over there and you say 1 week, and many people, I mean, pregnant women died on a daily basis during childbirth or when they're pregnant, when they're in labor. But let me go to the line and take Edward Channel on. Edward, welcome.
Hello?
Yes, let's hear you.
Yeah, my brother, I was listening to you guys, but one main area I wanted to talk on is the teacher area because
the volunteer teachers, eh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, let me say something. Our brother dropped the line. He said something that Alexander Kumi will never become president. In politics, there is no permanent friend. There is no permanent enemy.
He has his view. That's his view, Shano.
No, that's just something I'm saying.
I understand that very well.
Yeah, that is, in politics, there is no permanent friend, no permanent enemy.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people today that are with UP, the ruling party today. They were with CDC.
Mm.
And there are people who say the day George Weah become president, they should die.
Oh, yeah.
But George Weah became president.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to the issue of the volunteer teachers, my brother, what this government has forgotten to know is that, for me, I'm always told people that I try not to put better in a wheelbarrow to pass it around with it, and so I refuse to bury my conscience in the pocket of the elites or the big boys. So I will always remain independent. I supported this government. But the issue of these volunteers, I work at a particular school.
Okay.
The minister boasts of putting volunteers on payroll. But my brother, the school I work in, the school has morning, afternoon, and night. I haven't seen one volunteer place on payroll. The Virginia Public School.
Yeah.
The Virginia Public School is here. It is not where I work in or I live around here.
I know, Shano, I know.
Not one volunteer is on payroll. I call my friend from the Public School beyond Memetan, Riggs.
Okay.
Beyond Riggs.
Yeah, beyond Riggs, Memetan.
Yeah, not one volunteer teacher is on payroll.
Imagine that.
I call my friend from Public School. I want to call him.
Yeah, you don't need to mention their names.
Yeah, not one teacher from within the open side. People stay crying there. Now one volunteer teacher is on payroll. So where did the 2,000? So where are the 2,000 teachers?
Yeah.
So they just gave all to the other country and they did not give the entire district 17 some. So my brother, I verified the previous regime for the kind of thing. Let's be honest. I'm on tip for that. I spoke against these things. And we changed the regime because we said they weren't doing anything. That's how we said. We removed them. But today, we're seeing the same thing, and the ruling establishment have forgotten that you had 20,000 or 17,000 votes outstanding.
Yeah.
And those outstanding votes they are all protest votes, meaning you harmonize our salary, we harmonize your votes.
Yeah.
We are still standing by, and they have forgotten. This is just a caveat to them. Thank you.
Thank you, Shannon. It's a caveat Shannon has said. And this is serious. Teachers, and sometimes I listen one time, but let me get this person here. Good evening, welcome. Volunteer teachers, welcome.
Hey, hello, Musa Masale calling from JJY community.
From JJY, Musa Masale, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, like to brought us on what the brother was trying to say. Look, I don't know, there's any war or any part of this country that the war volunteer is really out. I don't really know what to say because you look at somebody, they go to school for 10 years, 15 years doing his study.
Yeah, get a degree, everything. Pay money to get pay money and then he earns his degree.
Yeah, they may go through all that. There's a lot of struggle to complete this of a degree, right? Then you come out 10 years,
you should volunteer. Yeah.
She volunteer yourself. But they said free. You forgetting to know that particular person has his or her own family. right? We even have a teacher, we get people, they live in Monrovia here, but they're new on payroll with different countries.
Yeah.
At the end of the month, they receive pay.
Yeah, they sit in town. They sit in town, don't go, but then the other people who go there, they can't pay them, but they pay the people who just sitting here. Their family members.
They can't pay them. And they get other teacher, other instructor, they die for a long time ago, but they need stay and sitting on the payroll.
I want to eating that money. I want that money going to somebody's account.
Yeah. God really bless this country. I don't really know what are we really hitting on in this country. Too much of corruption. Anything they do, they corrupt. You know, to go on radio to talk blah 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 blah. None of those things happen implemented by the government. You know, to talk plenty. That's it, my brother. Have a good night.
Thank you so much. Thank you. 0777-959-959. The volunteer teachers, some of those volunteer, and this caller just struck a serious point. That some of those volunteer teachers, or those teachers who have died, their names are still on the payroll, and the salaries coming regularly, and it's going, into somebody's account. There are teachers who are on payroll, their money just going to somebody's account. Every month, not one teacher, not two, but the teachers that have passed, their money just going into somebody's account. They're just eating that money, and people here, they are so-called, employed by the government, their names on payroll, but they sit here, they're not doing anything. Every month, they must get their money. And while those who are volunteering in the rural parts, in the interior there, they are not getting anything. How can you cheat the Liberian people? They may say something. Do you know what it means to go to school? You think you can go to University of Liberia free? Let them open the UI and make it free now. No tuition, nothing. And just say, by the time you graduate from high school, it qualifies. In fact, by the time you pass WACS, it qualifies you, strictly to enter the University of Liberia. Free. Any public university. Free. Nobody should pay money. Give all the handouts, the materials in school free. All the engineers, the departments, the various departments in UL, give it free. But people spend money, then they come back to give their services, then you say go volunteer. They're volunteering for years, and you can't pay them. You go, and when the people go and protest, then you say, and I'm taking questions. I only here to make statement. You abuse the people, you disgrace the people. You disgrace the people. Superintendent, Madam Stevens, you disgrace the people. It's an insult to people who are sacrificing their time and services to this nation, imparting knowledge, and you say, okay, I'm that anti-volunteer teacher, but this and blah blah blah. But you taking pay. When last you ever took your salary? You say, okay, this month I waive my salary to 5 volunteer teachers. I challenge the superintendent to say that you can't do it. You can't do it. 777-959-959 077-959-959 0881 871-670 0881-871-670 plus 231 777-959-959 are the numbers you can use this evening to be on the show. We hear this is the program LIB Future TV on Kia Radio 95.9. Let's take this call. We'll go after this call, then we'll go for the break. This person, welcome. Okay, we lost that caller there, but let's take this break and be back very shortly. Let's go for this short break, and we will be right back. Let's go for this break. Yeah, of course. Yeah, let's get the video loaded now. Okay. Yeah. This is Liberia for us. This is the country that we have. Let's get this break.
I get in, and I have my sister here to talk to this afternoon. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
What is your name, Mama?
Lydia.
Okay, Lydia. I see you are selling. So how is business going now?
The business is very boring. And even to get it, say how you get it, no buying. Our children said to even get school fee for the children, even food, nothing. No money now in the country.
So business are very tough right now.
Business are very, very tough. No job, no business.
So with the current situation right now, so with the current situation right now, who do you think that will be the best person to lead this country comes 2029?
I think Alexander Kumi will be the best person because Alexander said that he was coming big rule and get a business, women and business, even provide job and all our children, all our high school, no jobless, sitting doing nothing. So Alexander Kumi get there, he will get all business money and provide job. After high school, our children will start going to college, they will get job to do, and money will be.
Yeah. Well, these are some of the things when you go in the field, you go around and you listen to Liberians. It is not that they feel so happy expressing these things. It's because they've complained and they're facing the current day reality. They're looking at the thing and it's visible. They can get. I mean, imagine you go and sell the whole day. You have your kids going to school. You're paying your kids school fees from the little business you're doing, and people are not buying. I mean, it becomes challenging. People get frustrated from all of these things, Joe.
Yeah. You know, I told you previously that Madam Steven woman is a corrupt woman. She's very corrupt. When a woman first authority, you know that she's very corrupt. The guilt already all over that woman face. These are how they only trying to tell you how they make their money in our Lagos center. There are a lot of ghost names that they are benefiting from. While the legit people that are doing the work, they are not getting racked. So these are how evil we are in this country. Very evil. How will somebody decide to make that second? Not because they say they are volunteer. Meaning you should look down on them. No. You should even respect them. That they are making that kind of sacrifice.
Okay. Indeed, this is what we continue to do, and we'll continue to say here, making these sacrifices when the people who should be, imparting knowledge in the younger generation, if they are not satisfied, you continue to see corruption, bribery. Students will always pay for grades during wax if it is difficult at times because they're not getting the adequate material, adequate the lessons they're supposed to get. Teachers are staying home and they're on. Imagine the students and all would join. The other time the students had to join their teachers in their protest action. They join their teachers. All right. All right. So yes. Let's have more conversation. 777-959-9590 777-959-959. And let me take this person on the line. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Jeff.
Yes. Welcome, my brother.
Prince Taliban for Simon community.
Hey, my dear brother Prince, welcome.
Yeah, thank you for the discussion today. The panelists on the show, Jeff. You say, I listened to the recording just now that you played pertaining the business issue.
Yeah.
I'm a businessman, you know, I operate bakery, face bread, do other things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the country hard, bro. Today, imagine I feel one bag of flour. The beginner go sell, they bring 3,000 market, but no business.
Wow.
Yeah, no, this country hard. People complaining. The country hard. Then when people say that they talking more, I didn't say motorcycle they can get rather than like up that George. You know what I'm saying?
That is job there.
Yeah, they put that making fun of like black people. You say you can't rescue somebody eating one time a day. You can't get to your house when they eat 3 times. The person going to bill one more. And they rescue there. Some old business people. Nah, business not going to go face the market the next day. They buy it. The leader is poor. Then yeah, everything play go on to kill model for the play our market or play working here. We're paying 500 and I say 800. I say gap go on. Yeah, the country, you gotta be talking for all. One of y'all depending on your journalist.
Oh yeah, we can't stop. We're not stopping.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, on the education center on the foreign teacher issue. And you go test your education minister say, "Wow, you said all of America, that they don't sister-in-law." They come here to disappoint them.
Wow. My man Prince is frustrated. Well, Prince, this is Liberia. Good evening. Good evening.
Yeah, hello.
Your name and where you call from?
My name is Ava Fufana.
Okay.
I'm calling from Pamatan.
From Pamatan, where is it?
It's in District 17.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Actually, I want to know why I want for Joseph Baka to do. Because we saw all of the problem, then we elected a man. So we just had to bear it for the 6 years.
If you say we, what do you mean? The Liberian people?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we just had to bear it until the 6 years. The only thing you do in the 6 years time, you just start to be painting things down until when time to go make your decision in the bus, then you can make your decision. But actually, all the things that people complaining on our hearing, it was happening, but we were putting a blame on the past president. So for now, we just had to bear it, and people was acknowledging us about leadership, the ability, what to do, what not to do. There are some things were happening. People say it was the president. When anything happening, sometimes outside there, what happening now, people fighting war, things getting hard outside, and when you get hard outside, they want the big people, they will get hard or us here. But we're shaping blame on the president. So we all should bear it until the 6 years, then we'll go check in the ballot box again.
Thank you so much. Okay. Yeah, 777-959-959 077-959-959 0881-871-670 +231 777-959-959 are the numbers you can use. Make your point tonight on the program LIB Future TV here on 95.9. We were talking about the volunteer teachers, and it is alarming.
Yes, very much alarming.
It is alarming. People might see it as like you want to politicize this, but this is the clear reality. Good evening.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, your name and where you call from?
I'm Patrick Fibon calling from the Comatan.
Patrick from Congotown. Let's hear you.
Yeah, the issue of the education sector, I think, is time that we must commend the education minister, Tata Chazo Marijala, because she's one of the ministers who does not sit in office. She has gone down, she was on the Peace Island on newly to work. Every person in the Ministry of Education, including the instructor, and went on newly to them. And what she saw that strictly she ordered or them out to work to suspend all those who were not present on campus to how the children were or giving the necessary lesson they were to be given to. And you do the same thing in the vocal mission. So I think when someone is living in his best time to even a flower while they are alive.
So let me ask you a question. Please stay on the line.
Yeah, I'm here.
Do you remember sometimes in 2024, yes, the Minister of Education, her team, she sent a team to, they went in the counties, and there was some inspection that it went on to see the how the schools are being operated over there. When they came back, there was a report that should have been put out. Have you seen the report? Was there any report put out from their survey, the inspection that went on in those counties?
No, point of correction for the she was not in power 2020.
Oh, I said 2024.
Okay, 2024. Or said did the county tour, and she did an assessment, and she came back to Movla and implement on the assessment in which
it's been 3 years now. What has improved? What has improved now in the counties, or in terms of these children in school and what have you?
In terms of the improvement,
yes,
you got now some modern labs laboratory, the science lab on our regime.
Where?
Student can
which school? Where? Where?
Now let top of right behind the former president era. So we are here. They can go to school there. Now they have a science lab and they have a computer lab. With the session done, you go now to Foga Mission. You will see some changes there.
Look, anyway.
So when someone's letting you know it's better we get that flower where they are alive.
Thank you.
Thank you too.
Liberia is a very interesting country. The man, look, I said something to get something, it's easy, but to lie, difficult.
Very difficult. You get the bill
07775. We're talking about volunteer teachers now taking pay, and then you say the system has improved. Oh no, Jaso Jala, when teachers are protesting and students are even joining the protest, and you say the system has improved. 777-959-959 077-959-959 871-670 plus 231-777-959-959 are the numbers you can use to be a part of the conversation here. This is LIB Future TV. We're live on Kia Radio and KCN TV on Facebook. You can follow us as well and leave your comments on the discussion. Joe, you listen to the caller. The man said the system has improved. He talked about modern computer lab, right?
That brother is a joker. He's a joker. No, in Liberia, discussing politics, I think we need to shift from that side.
No.
Stop. Excuse me. Stop. Yeah, we stop. Discussing politics based on sentiments, and rather than sentiments, discuss it based on reality.
Let me get this person. Welcome. Your name, where you joined from?
Hello, my name is Terry.
Can you please slow the radio? Yeah, we're getting terrible.
Yeah, don't that.
Okay. You say your name is?
My name is Frederick Esca from Cape Mount.
From Cape Mount.
To be serving Damara for 5 days in my country.
Oh, Damara, you listening to the radio, right?
Very well.
Okay, go ahead. Make your point. Let's hear
that last name that you just talk or spoke.
Yeah.
He's sleeping.
He's sleeping,
Yeah. You need to go on the rural area and really know what is going on in the education sector. You lab that is talking about even a computer lab. It was initiated by the former president. If you were a signal, Damara. For one district, the senator home, Senator
Daba Fapela.
Yeah, Bambandi. Away on soon, Damara, he is not causing. The communal ladder here, it was initiated by the former president. All the ladder, 100% school, when it's written by the past government. And communal law, all put into those areas. They go another national education area, they get lied to all you see, they are people going to go. They go in grassroots. Could you imagine the whole district here? Teachers are all from Morovia, Kalma, 2 days to go right. The area is opening. Nobody in grassroots. You can you teach one teacher can teach from A, B, C, no, you know the same grade. This is what they go on around the country. See, one teacher, see that in Bomasa, go there now. He cannot hear. They are opening, my brother. They are lying to us. They didn't make children vulnerable. They didn't educating them. People with us certificates, high school level out teaching. For what? So my brother is too sorry for you. And I know where they go to be. He lying. He lying. He is lying. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. 0777.
Yo, we are in Galima. Big Galima. Yes.
Okay. Well, Joe, we're almost out of time. 4 minutes to go. Yes, in the next 2 minutes, you go. But let me squeeze this person in as well before we go. We take your comment. Welcome. Good evening.
Good afternoon.
Good evening. Your name and where you call from?
Yeah, I'm Gowea calling from Locator this evening. Even though I'm from Tanu County, Bukom Giri.
Okay, welcome to Monserrato.
All right, and I listened to your talk show tonight. Yeah, breaking even tear in my eye for what I'm Stevens of that was Stevens saying there. Volunteer teachers, they are not paying. They are not getting on salary. And she said she made a comment, but not to answer question.
Yeah.
They will employ or qualify volunteer teachers, but they are teaching and they are not paying. Imagine from kindergarten to 6th grade, then one teacher on salary. The other rest that volunteer, they're not getting money. And she's saying that one. So you're thanking for your talk show.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you for your talk show.
Thank you so much. Yeah, Joe, we have to go. 3 minutes. Yes.
Well, Jefferson, just want to take this time to appreciate everyone listening and watching via LIB Future TV and Kia FM 95.9. We want to appreciate every one of you. Comes 2029 it is your time to make that wise decision. It is gonna be Kumis is the only alternative you people can ever look for. So this is how we come to the end of this edition, the Wednesday edition of the LIB Future TV show on KFN 95.9. Goodbye. See you next Wednesday.
All right, folks. So we continue to say these things. We'll continue to talk the high and realities, and continue to enlighten the minds of the people. This is our country. And to the MCSS superintendent, you cannot make mockery of the people that you're leading. People who are volunteering, you have to make sure that these teachers get their salaries. These teachers get their at least tapping. How can somebody just volunteer for 2-3 years? They own it. They go to school. They've earned their degrees, but you still keeping them. You're still keeping them. As volunteers. This is wrong. This is totally wrong. And then when they talk, you say, "Oh, you're not taking questions. You're only making statements. You're insulting the people." Do you know what it means? Somebody volunteer the services, somebody volunteer his or her services, and then your phone, his or her services, and you think it's good, look, this is Liberia, fellow Liberians. We'll continue to talk these things, and we'll talk and talk. It has been a wonderful show. My name is Jefferson. We are thanks for being there again.
Take me back to Liberia, where the drums still play my song. Take me back to my homeland. It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.